y'all, it's Heather, and today I'm doing follow-up speed reviews for you. I've been testing and trying so many new products lately, but I have my full thoughts together on these new launches and I want to share them with you. I love testing out new makeup and videos. I love trying new things. I just love new makeup, new products. I love seeing what's best, what's worst, and I want to share with you my reviews now that I've used these things more than once, more than twice. I have my full thoughts together and I'm going to let you know what not to waste your money on, and what you may love. I did buy 2 of the new Hourglass palettes. Every year, Hourglass releases these limited edition palettes with their face shades, and they are pricey, okay? They are pricey. I love Hourglass palettes, and I always feel that these palettes are a really good value for the price. So I actually bought the Swan and the Fox palette for this year. So they have 3 palettes that are new and that they have new exclusive shades with. There is the Deer palette, that is for like light to fair. Then they had the Swan, which is more of their medium palette, and then the Fox, which is the deeper palette. There is also a Horse palette. Those are all repeat shades that we've seen in other palettes, and that palette, the shades inside with the horse artwork are exclusive to Sephora, but on the Hourglass site you can pick out whatever packaging you want with whatever combo of powders that you want. So you can get the horse packaging in one of the 3 presets, but you cannot get the existing shades in the horse packaging. That is a Sephora exclusive. I will link everything I can down below. I think the artist is from Ukraine and that the proceeds of sales of the palette are going to go to a charity. I will link the Hourglass site down below. I thought that was really cool. It was a tattoo artist that did these, I believe. So I knew that the Deer was not for me, but the Swan, beautiful packaging. If I needed the shades in the Deer palette, I would have got that in the Swan packaging because I love this. I want to show you these on my face, on my skin, because the bronzer and the finishing powder do lean fairly light on me. This is a little bit light in terms of those shades for me, although the blushes and the highlighter are beautiful and they work so well for me. I am so sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the background, but I do film and talk about makeup with y'all in my home and other people live here. My dog lives here, so I'm sorry about that. But all of the blushes and highlighter work really well for me with this palette. It's very pretty. I like this one a lot. I will use it, and I do use my Hourglass palettes a lot. Like, I travel with these always. If you do not like the Hourglass powder formula, definitely these aren't for you. For me, I get a lot of use out of these, and I really do enjoy them. I think they're so beautiful. So I'm very happy with my purchase of the Swan palette. I do think the tone of the bronzer in here is pretty nice. It is very like neutral, and I do like that. For reference, if you're looking at me, I do have an olive undertone and I am warm leaning. I really like things that are olive and golden on my skin, and so the finishing powder in here is a bit light on me, but can definitely make it work because it is so sheer, and these are sheer products. Hourglass has very beautiful lit from within powders, and I love a glowy finishing powder. Picking it up on a big fluffy brush like you saw me do in the demo, buffing it over once my makeup is just about done to give me this veil, to give me this almost like skin-like filter. That's what a glowy finishing powder does for me, and I really, really like these. Plus, if I did not say it earlier, let me make sure and show you the exclusive shades. The finishing powder and the bronzer are both repeat shades. We've seen these from Hourglass before, but the center highlight shade and the 3 blushes at the bottom are all new. So we did get 4 new shades in this palette, which to me made it really exciting. It really did, along with the Swan artwork, which I think is so beautiful. So I'm super happy to have this in my collection. And I will say, when Hourglass says these are limited edition palettes, they do mean it. Usually by the time the Sephora fall savings event rolls around, they sell out day 1 or 2. So I'm just letting you know that they are around right now. I know that they are coming soon to Sephora, and they are limited edition, truly limited edition. But let's now talk about the Fox palette. This is the one that is for deeper skin tones. So I do want to show you this on my face, me trying on all the shades, playing with everything, because the finishing and powder in here is really, really beautiful. It's the shade Desert Light, and this is a shade that works better for me. It is a bit on the warm side, just keep that in mind. And then we also have new shades in this palette. The blushes work well for me. The highlight works well for me. I can use everything in this palette. Again, Hourglass powders are sheer. So if you get something that's a little too light or a little too dark, I do think you can make it work. You can build it up or sheer it out because they're not high intensity, but they do make such a beautiful difference. It's that little extra something something when you use an Hourglass finishing powder. And out of all of the palettes that Hourglass launched this year for holiday, this palette does have the most brand new shades. Only one of these shades is a repeat, and that is the center blush shade on the top row. That is a repeat shade. Everything else in this palette is new, and that also made me very, very excited. I really enjoy these. I do have several of the holiday palettes from Hourglass. I wanted to show you this. This I have in the wrong packaging. I have it in the dragon packaging, but this is the deeper, darker palette that Hourglass launched last year. I didn't really find the shades to be repetitive. I know in the pan they can look a little similar, but on the face, they do translate differently. I also bought the Evil Eye palette last year, or which packaging did I swap out? I can't remember, but I didn't buy the very lightest one last year. I don't feel like there's any repeated shades in there. And I also pulled my Tiger palette. I didn't pull any of my permanent Hourglass powder products, but the Tiger palette is one of my favorites. This one I think is just really beautiful. I know it's because that orangey blush is in there, but I did want to follow up and let you know my thoughts on these Hourglass palettes. As somebody who loves Hourglass powders, I'm very happy with my purchase. I bought the new NARS highlighters that are exclusive to Ulta. These are the light reflecting luminizing powders, and if you watched my most recent Ulta shop with me video, you know that I hold these. I had to. I looked at them and I could not resist. I need another highlighter. You know, like, that makes sense to me. I need another one, right? Like, of course. I want to show you this on my face because the swatch, like, you see the swatch, but you got to see it on. It's so pretty. Like, it just, it's wet and juicy, but also it's not so intense that it looks like a stripe on my face. It sinks into my skin. It makes me happy. Like, it really makes me happy. It's so beautiful. The formula feels like it maybe would be dry when you touch it, or like you wouldn't get a lot of pigment, but you get a lot of pigment. Something about the way it feels like on my finger, it just feels so smooth, but you just wouldn't expect the intensity that you get. But then when I put it on my face, I can just make it look lit from within or more intense, but no matter what, it just sinks in and doesn't look like a stripe on my face. I really appreciate that. If I did not say, I am in the shade Ophelia. I really, really am happy with my purchase of this one. I bought the new setting spray from Charlotte Tilbury. I ordered this from Sephora. It is the Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray Matte Blur. Mattify, smooth, set all day. And you shake to activate this. I like this setting spray. When I put this setting spray on, I can like feel like it gives me a little bit of that like set down. When you spray your face and you feel the wet spray and then you kind of feel it dry, I can feel that. So it definitely does mattify. This is a really nice bottle. I really like the original setting spray that Charlotte Tilbury has. It's Airbrush just Flawless Finish, I think. That's a great setting spray. It works great at extending my makeup. So I felt like I would like this. I want to spray it over top of where I put the NARS highlighter for you. And I'm going to give it a minute to set down. You know, like I give it a minute to set down because it's supposed to prime and set for up to 16 hours. Oil and shine control. Waterproof. No melting. No fading. I do think that this does mattify. It sets down. I definitely feel that hold. It's a great setting spray. I like it. I'm going to keep it, continue to use this one, but I'm going to let this dry and let you see the finish of this. I'm going to put highlighter on the back of this hand so we can test another setting spray. I put that NARS highlighter on the back of my hand so that we can do a side-by-side comparison of the DeNatur's Yummy Skin Liquid Blurring Balm Mattifying Setting Spray with Absolute Technology. Now, I love DeNatur's and I love the whole like Yummy Skin line. Well, the whole line, I don't know about the whole line, but I love the Blurring Balm powder. I love basically every day I use the Yummy Skin Water Power Serum as like skin prep basically. So I'm going to shake this one up like Denona says I'm supposed to do. And I am going to spray this on the back of my hand. And I'm doing this for y'all because this is what I did. I ordered both of these setting sprays at the same time and I tested them on the back of my hand. And I had my husband look at the difference. I just want to show you. I'm going to hit both of my hands with my little mini fan. Okay, this is Denona. They both have NARS highlighter on. I mean, one looks more matte, right? Like, I know my hands are different. Both of my hands have that highlighter on, you can see, but I feel like this side looks less shiny. I wanted to do it over the highlighter so that you could see the mattifying effect. They both did definitely tone down that highlight, but the Denona is so mattifying. That's my point in all of this. It is so much more mattifying. I can see a difference. I can see a difference. You'll have to let me know. Can you see a difference? Denona over here looks way less shiny than this one. If you're looking for a mattifying setting spray and you are oily, I am oily. Not kind of oily, not a little oily, oily. Then the Denona is the one I'm going for if I want that extreme mattifying. If I don't want that, I could go with the Charlotte Tilbury. They're both great setting sprays, but this one is intense. I bought one of the new Denona Color Fix Multi-Use Pigment Stick. I bought this a while ago actually, and I've been testing and trying it, and it is what I have on my eyes today, along with matte shadows from the new Natasha Denona launch. But I am wearing this. This is the sparkle that I have on my eyes. This is genius. I actually went shopping with my friend Monique and we both bought these. She bought different shades, but there's a shade that is a foil and a shade that is a metallic. And Denona a visionary when it comes to packaging, okay? Like these, you can swap out the colors. So you buy, say, 3 of these. You're going traveling, but you only want to take 2 shades. You can swap. You don't have to take the preset colors that Denona had, or if you just want one of the sides, you don't have to take the whole thing. You can just take half, right? Like it fits together like that. Genius. Genius. And the shadow that I bought, maybe I was affected by the name because it's Artemis and Apollo, and I love that. You know, I love me some like myths, mythology, all of that. I'm like, let me swatch Apollo first. So this is the Duo 4, and I want to show you this swatched out. Look at that. I know, I'm going to show you how I'll wear this on my eyes, I promise, but I want to show you the swatch first. So that is the metallic formula. These feel very like cooling. They feel really nice. And then there is Artemis right there. That beautiful gold color. I use these in a way where I don't really get creasing because I do put on my eyeshadow primer and then I put on my matte powder shadows and then I go in and kind of just detail with these. So I don't really put it right in here where I get bad creasing. I have deep set eyes. I have oily skin. It is what it is. And if there is ever a crease that like bothers me, I'll just tap it out gently with my fingers. I love the shade. I want to get more of these. I would love to see some really fun colors come out. Like it would be perfect to drop like aqua blue with a navy with a black shimmery something in there for like New Year's Eve would be so fun. I would love to see like a red intense red with maybe like a metallic black. Like Denona did such a good job with these. Really beautiful formula. I really love the brand. It's these are just, they're really beautiful. I'm so happy with my purchase. This is the new Urban Decay Glow setting spray, all nighter glow finish. They sent me 2 of their glow finish setting sprays, and I think this is a really nice setting spray. This one claims to be glowy, and it does give a little bit of glow to the skin. Gives a little bit of melt to the skin. I know Urban Decay and Scandinavia recently had a split, so they redid their setting sprays, and I think this one is really nice. If you are listening to me talk about these mattifying setting sprays and you're like, girl, that's not what I need. I don't need anything like that. You could really like the glow one because it does feel like it locks everything in, but it doesn't give a mattifying effect. It doesn't give a glitter effect like some glow setting sprays do and just put glitter all over your face. It's not that. It's very smooth. It's very nice. It's a solid setting spray. I won't spend too long on these palettes because I do have a full video talking about the new Urban Decay Naked Shaped Multitasking Palettes. They came out with these, and what I thought was a really smart concept. They have a cool palette and a warm palette. I personally love the warm palette. It's more harmonious with my skin. It's just easier. It flows better with me. But the cool palette is also beautiful because it gives contrast. So it is opposite my skin. The cool shades are contrasting, impactful, more dramatic. I think these are both really pretty palettes. I said in my video, and I still stand by this after using these more, that the packaging does feel a little inexpensive. We'll say that, inexpensive. Okay, it's not bad. I love the slide up. I think that's a really cool idea. But I think had this been either like a heavier plastic or maybe an acrylic or I don't know, like the tin that they used to do, it would have just been a little bit more elevated in my opinion. But I do think the quality of the shades inside is nice. I don't like that the creams are exposed and they don't have a cover or something like that. Again, I know that would have been an extra cost, but I think it would have been worth it. I love the shade. Like we have the really sparkly shade in the cool tone palette. We also have the really sparkly shade in the warm tone palette. I would have loved to see maybe one more shade of that formula in here, but I do think these are nice. The formulas are there. They do work as a multitasking product. Check out that video if you want to see my full thoughts, demo, all of that. I am so excited that Rephr is bringing back the brush that they made in collaboration with Alexandra Anel, except a little different. The handle is not as long, but we have the same shape. So she designed an amazing brush. I will link to her video down below so that you can check it out. But Rephr, I just think that shows a lot of integrity and that they care, that they collaborated, and she had this great idea because they brought the brush back and decided to make it permanent as the 38. This says Meet Brush 38, designed by Alexandra Anel. It's a do-it-all precision cheek brush and it's sold out. So now it's back and permanent and will be available on the 19th of this month. I use this brush in so many different ways. I do use it with creams. I do use it with powders. I used it for my blush today. As we talk, you see demos today in this video because I like to show you all demos and how products apply. I use Rephr brushes a lot. This brush is beautiful. It has such a nice shape. I'm not going to go on and on about it because I reviewed it when it first launched and I love it and I'm so excited it's back. I will link to Rephr down below in the description box. Everything that I talk about today, I try to link, I try to pop up QR codes here and there for you if that is helpful. I try to use YouTube shopping. Everything I can do, I try to put it in a pinned comment, in description box, everything. Sigma Beauty is coming out with a new mascara. It is the mascara that I'm wearing on my lashes today, and it's a tubing mascara. And hi, let me introduce myself again. My name is Heather, and I am a former tubing mascara hater, okay? I'm gonna say it. I have to admit it. I hated tubing mascaras. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. But then I found the Too Faced Ribbon Wrapped Lash, fell in love. Holy grail tubing mascara. Since then, I've been on a mission. I'm like, I want to try them all. This is a great tubing mascara. This is pretty. I think my lashes look really nice. I'm going to show you a demo. It was the first time I was using mascara, so I wanted to show you kind of like a lash on mascara, a lash no mascara, so that you can see the difference. And I think this is nice. It's not giving me everything that the Too Faced is giving me. So far, I have not found one that that beats that in terms of drama, length, definition, everything. This is mainly lengthening for me. I kept the box that they sent it to me in because, like, I don't know. I try to keep everything like that until I've reviewed everything for you. But this says it volumizes and lifts, lengthens and defines, curls and separates. I do think it does all of those things. I do wish for it to be my perfect mascara, that it gave me maybe a little more volume. But I like this mascara. It's a good mascara. It's a solid mascara. I think it's really pretty. I really love this packaging. I think Sigma did a great job. It's like a gold holographic type packaging. It's just really pretty and luxe, and I love packaging. I like the brush. It's different. I tried to show you in the up close so you could see kind of the bristles. I think this is a great tubing mascara. I like it. I'll keep using it. I do have an affiliated code with Sigma. If you're ever shopping their site, you can use that code and it will give you a discount. I try to put my codes and everything in the description box as well as links and listing and everything. Sticking with the mascara reviews trend. I was gonna say trend. Mascara's not a trend. The mascara theme that I'm talking about. Okay, let's talk about these products from Milk. First, we'll talk about the eyelash curler. This, Milk sent me, they're new. This is a lash curler. Level up your lashes. Get next lift and curl with this lash curler. Okay, this is a decent lash curler. Lash curler, it can really make a difference, okay? I did buy the new Kevyn Aucoin lash curler someone recommended to me for deep set eyes, which I would, like, I have deep set eyes, but really your lash line, the shape of your eye, not the shape of your entire, like, skull socket, everything is going to make a difference. The shape of my eye, like the way it's curved here, the way my lash line is, this one, it really works well for that. The Kevyn Aucoin. I also love the BK Beauty one. This Milk, there's just nothing special about it for me. Thankful they sent this to me. It's a lash curler, but it's not something that I'm just like, oh my gosh. I don't know if the shape is just maybe not as curved as this one. When I look at them side by side, this one is a little more straight. It works fine, but is it a favorite lash curler? No, but that has to do with the shape of my lashes. Makes sense? Yes. Now let's talk about their mascara. The Kush mascara. And I had to go through and look because I'm like, wait a minute, don't I have the Kush mascara? So I grabbed my mascaras and I read the insert. And this is the Kush Big Hit Volumizing Mascara. But I'm dropping stuff. But on the tube, I'm just like, okay, Kush mascara, Kush high roll, then I have the Kush mascara. Okay, but this one is different because it is volumizing. It says the highest volume ever. I thought this was a nice mascara. I think it works well. I think it is volumizing. Is it amazing? No. I think my lashes definitely get more volume, more length, more lift, more intensity with other mascaras, but not everybody is looking for that drama with a mascara like I am. I really have not been wearing lashes for over a year now. I wear them every once in a while, but I'm just enjoying a good mascara. And this one is solid. This is like what I would wear on like a light day when I'm just doing like skin tint, something sparkly on the eyes, out the door. This is going to give me beautiful lashes. If I'm going a little more glam, this is not the mascara to reach for. I always like to show you demos because I feel like mascaras are kind of hard to describe. I like this one, but it's not like, oh my gosh, wow lashes for me. Y'all, I cannot believe I got a package from Valentino. That blew my mind. It came in this cute little like ribbon box bag thing, and they sent me some of their balms. I have to say, right off the bat, this is luxury packaging. This is luxury packaging. Valentino, they took it there. This spiked packaging, and I can feel it in my hand. Like, it is weighty. If you were like me and you're like, oh, I love good weighty packaging. I love holding my makeup in my hand and feeling like it's luxe. That is these, okay? They got it down. These are the Spike Valentino Hydrating Disco Lip Balms. That's how they feel in my lips. Like a lip balm tint that's not overly waxy and wet feeling. It doesn't feel goopy. It feels thin, but hydrating. These are beautiful. I really, really love these. I've enjoyed using these. I always try to show you my lip swatches without a lip liner so that you can see how things are without the lip liner. These are just beautiful. They're so beautiful. I like that these are all balms, but some of them do have more pigment than others, but they don't feel goopy on the lips. They feel luxe. And when I am out and about and I pull this out of my bag and I reapply, I feel like a luxurious woman. And that is what I am about. I love that. Sometimes I want to pull out my Ninja Turtle handheld mirror. And sometimes I want to feel like a luxurious Valentino woman. And I'm throwing stuff now because I've been talking for too long. Merit sent me 2 of their new holiday sets. And I'm so happy because I was planning to purchase both of these. I love Merit. So let's talk about their new sets. The blush is the one that I was most excited for. This is the Mini Flush Balm Trio. So you can see my box is empty now because I've used all the shades so I could show you these on my face. Merit does these sets and I really appreciate it because we get limited edition shades for holiday and they are limited edition, but Merit does stock these, which I like, in that they don't sell out in 60 seconds or even the first week. They stick around through the holiday season, and I am always into their little holiday sets. I think they have some really, really great value, and I always want the new limited edition shades. So in this case, we do get 3 shades. These are a very sheer balm. I won't go on and on about the formula. I know I've talked about it before and reviewed them. This is a very sheer blush, but it can be built up. I love makeup. Sometimes I want light makeup, sometimes I want heavier makeup, sometimes I want glam, sometimes I want easy, effortless, and these blushes can really do it all. I enjoy these. I think they look beautiful, like mixed together on their own. I love that we have the limited edition shade, the Redux, I believe is how you say it. The tones of these are beautiful. I love that they show these on all skin tones, how gorgeous they are. They have some hits, okay? Like that skin tint, it's such a win. And the lip products, well, let's talk about the lip products. The other set from Merit is this Merit the Archival set. In this set, it is limited edition. You get this archival shade. It is inspired by the best-selling Flush Balm shade, which I think is really smart. You get their signature lip sheer liner, Shade Lick Sheen lipstick, and the signature lip blush, all in that archival shade. And the shades of these are beautiful. I love these lip products from Merit. The lip liner is like a lipstick in a slim form, in my opinion. It is not a lip liner that is going to give you a sharp line, define all day wear. It is a lip liner that has a lipstick finish. It's very blendable. It's very creamy. It's not so like emollient that it just goes everywhere, but it's not like a sharpenable wooden pencil liner from MAC, something like that. It's much more soft. So just keep that in mind if you try this and you're not used to this type of formula and you're not like thinking about what this product is. It is not that big line. It is just something a little softer and more lipstick-like. It's really beautiful shade in this set. Again, I love the lipstick and the lip gloss oil, like whatever, what do they call this? Like it's actually blush, tinted lip oil. Okay, yes. I like this formula. I love this shade. I'm so here for it. Really enjoy this. If you love Merit and this is a shade that looks like it's up your alley, you'll love it. I finally tried YSL eyeshadows. I did it. I finally tried YSL eyeshadows and I could not resist when I saw this garden palette. It doesn't say so on here, 830. Okay, I'll pop up the name of the palette, but it's green, okay? It's olives. First of all, the luxury YSL packaging, and then inside we have beautiful, beautiful olivey shades. Like, yes, 2 green shades, and we actually have a white base in this shadow with like a green reflect duochromeness to it. This is like indie shadow, and that makes me so happy to see from a luxury brand with that shade right there. Like that just makes me so happy. We do have a beautiful like satiny, cool toned kind of like taupey color. I had to try this. I'm like, okay, I've been wanting to try YSL palettes. It's green, and this is exactly what I expected. Beautiful, smooth formula. That green shimmer is almost more of a satin, in between a satin and a shimmer. Definitely not a high intensity shimmer, but very beautiful, very flattering. It's a luxury formula. It's not a high pigment wham bam. It's very blendable. The pigment is there. It's very smooth, very easy to work with. The shadows lasted, and it was just a very soft but still me type of look with that green color. I really like this, and I'm definitely open to trying more from YSL. Let's talk about this lip liner from Half Magic, because oh my gosh, I'm a baby when it comes to lip plumping things. I'm a baby when it comes to lip plumping things, okay? I cannot take the heat. I have lip products that I tried that I'm like, this hurts so bad, that I've given to my mom, my son, my husband, said like, does this hurt? Try it. And they're like, no, I don't feel anything. So keep that in mind. I'm a baby when it comes to tingling. This says, go plump yourself. Half Magic, so cute. Invisible Extreme Plumping Lip Liner. This is a sheer lip liner. Let me show you the demo. You can see if you can see anything noticeable. I definitely do. They even say it's gonna burn, we promise. And it does. It burns, it tingles. And I would say it stays that way for 10 to 15 minutes until I cannot feel it anymore. It says that it's extreme plump, invisible finish, and I have made myself wear this, even though it hurts. I've made myself wear this at least 5 times because I'm like, I need to actually fully review it. If you are looking for extreme plumping that is not a shade you can go with this one and be happy. And I say it's not a shade because I put this on today and then I followed up with my regular like favorite lip liner, the color I wanted to wear today. You know, like I can do whatever. It's not like this is a color and it's like, oh, do I want to wear that lip liner? I want the plump lips, but I don't want the shade. They were genius to make it in clear. This is painful, but you know what? If you want a plumping lip liner, this is the one that works. I love Ellis Brooklyn, and the new Queen's Caramel perfume is no exception. I love this brand. I love this brand. My favorite scent they make is Miami. I actually bought up a travel size, and you'll see that in the empties for this year when I do my end of the year empties. I used it all up, and it was on my birthday list to get the full size. Thankfully, my brother and sister-in-law, my niece, and my nephews got me a full size Miami for my birthday. I'm so happy about that. But I want to talk about their new scent, Queen's Caramel. Okay, Ellis Brooklyn sent me this fragrance, and I am so pumped because this is so good. It is so good. Caramel, white chocolate, like say less. It smells so decadent. It's sweet. It's gourmand, but it doesn't smell like an 8th grader's body mist. You know, like it doesn't smell that kind of sweet. It smells sophisticated. I'm somebody, I put on my fragrance in the morning and I put on my fragrance after I get out of the bath at night. I love fragrance. I love to set the mood for bedtime, for daytime, based on what we're gonna do. This scent, I've been using this so much, so decadent. And doesn't it look pretty? Like the bottle is so beautiful. I really, really, really love this. They also sent me their Marshmallows hair and body fragrance mist. They said they pair well together, and I use this at night when I'm doing my bath time and I want to layer this on for night, and then I'll put this all in my hair. It smells so good. I've used it in the daytime too, but like I said, it's very hot in the day, so I'm still in my Miami, my guava mode, and I'm reaching for this more for night. But when it cools down here, it's gonna put me in that fall mood too. I really love Ellis Brooklyn. I really love these fragrances. I do think it pairs beautifully with the marshmallow mist. You don't have to put both together, but if you like to be extra like me and layer things, you would definitely be into this. I did buy the new Makeup by Mario foundation, and I have been wearing this and wearing this and wearing this. I'm wearing it now. This is, what is it called? Surreal Skin Natural Finish Foundation. The Natural Finish Foundation Makeup by Mario has always wanted. He created smoothing effect, second skin finish, perfectly balanced, not shiny or overly matte, natural complexion enhanced. It's medium coverage. It is very thin, but I don't feel like this is going to be a favorite for me. It's missing that certain something. It does have medium coverage, but it's not quite as just smoothing on the skin as some others for me. It looks nice. It's just nothing standout amazing for me. I love my Tear. I get medium coverage with that when I use a brush. I love my Urban Decay Face Bond. That one is more medium. Easily get it to full though. So this one is more like true medium. I love my Chanel, the Healthy Glow. This one, I feel like I never tried it before. The Chanel, the Tint Hydration Healthy Glow. The glow always scared me away, but it wears so beautifully and long on my oily skin. Because initially when I put it on, I kind of thought about the About Face foundation. I do think the About Face foundation looks more perfecting and blurring and pretty when I first put it on. My problem with the About Face is it doesn't wear well throughout the day. So this, it has a leg up on it in that. It wears well throughout the day on me, but it's just nothing remarkable. I don't really notice any skin smoothing with this one, but it does look like a nice medium coverage foundation. Shout out to Mario for having olive shades. I do think the olive shades lean warm. This is 14.0 is what I'm wearing in this one, and it is the same as I was wearing in the Glow. I think it's pretty. It's just not like, wow, amazing, blowing me away. I bought a new highlighter from Dior. I showed these in my last Sephora shop with me. Check that out if you love seeing new things, stuff like that. I have really had a lot of fun with it. This is the Dior Backstage Glow Maximizer Palette Pearly Peach Glow, so shade 3. First of all, I do like this updated packaging. I pulled my older one. This is the Glitz palette, the number 2. So I do like the upgrade to the packaging. I think that's cute, fun. I'm into it. And we have some really pretty shades. We do have a shade in here that has more of like a sparkle, and I know a lot of people don't like that. I think it looks really pretty. I think a little sparkle can give a wet effect to the skin So I don't mind that at all. Not all of the shades have that sparkle, and I think this is really pretty. I know Dior has been reformulating their powders for a while now. I really like this. I like the one I have in Glitz, but I'm super happy with my shade Peachy Pearly Peach Glow, not Peachy Glow. That's always what I want to say. I think these shades are really pretty. Peach, I really like. I love peach tones on olive warmer skin. I think it's so beautiful. I love peach on anybody, really. But these shades, they're working for me. I'm into it. I think the formula is pretty. I like that we get a couple of different formulas in here. You know, some a little more smooth, one with a little bit more of like glitter. But on the face, the glitter, the sparkle, it translates so well and so beautifully on everyone, in my opinion. Morphe has new lip products, and I have been using these like crazy, but I kept the box because I wanted to be able to show in this video. This is so cool. They redid all of their color pencils. The color pencils I love from Morphe. They redid these. They came out with new shades. I do find that this formula is the color pencil formula. I don't feel like it's different. I've tested them side by side, swatched them side by side. I'll show you in the demo. I swatched the shades. I do think there's some variation in the shades a little bit, but I filmed that before this swap over anyways. And the new lipsticks, so luxe. I was talking earlier about how I love luxe packaging. I love to like pull something out of my purse and it just feels sleek and nice. And I do think these lip products from Morphe feel that. They are the lip filter. So beautiful. Of course, I'm wearing it today. I should tell you the shades that I'm wearing. I'm wearing shade Trendsetter is the lip liner, and then the lipstick is the shade Haze. These are really beautiful. I've loved the color pencil from Morphe. Like, you've heard me talk about so many times. I mean, here's 3 that I have just in front of me. But now they are updated to that packaging to where it's the full-on color of the shade inside. Same with the lipstick. I love that they didn't just do a black component for all the lipsticks, but they actually invested and got custom color packaging. Here's another one sitting out so that the shades, like, you kind of know what you're reaching for. Morphe is at a great price point. I really like that. I do think the lipsticks are a luxe feeling formula. They feel comfortable on my lips. They glide on smooth. They feel hydrating even though they have this soft matte finish. I love the shade range. I love that we have some really dark, deeper, rich colors. I love that we have some really light colors. I love it. I saw a huge display at Ulta. I just think it's such a great launch. Morphe, these products that they've been coming out with this year, I've reviewed all of them on my channel. I've reviewed their new finishing powders, concealers, blushes. Like, I've reviewed it all. I'm so here for it. I'm excited about Morphe. I'm excited about all these shades. I love, like, I have lip liners and lipsticks from Morphe in my purse right now. I know I have a couple in my Jeep because I've been reaching for them so much. Even when I'm not filming, when I'm just getting ready, throwing stuff together. I love this launch. I think it's so good. It makes me so excited for what's to come from the brand. I did buy the Unearthly Shadow Sculpt Ghoul Garden palette. I bought this when it was a mystery palette from Unearthly. They did it as a mystery palette and then did the full reveal. So happy with this color story. So happy with this color story. I think it's beautiful. It's grungy. It's green. It's so pretty. This is a new formula for Unearthly. This is the first palette that I've had from the brand that is like this. This format is different for the brand. This formula is different. It's a whole new thing. It's a whole new thing for Unearthly. And I think the color story is beautiful. The shimmers, if you were expecting shimmers like Gargoyle or Just a Taste or the Not Normal Remastered, this is a different formula. It's still beautiful. The shimmers are a little bit more of that emollient texture in some of these. The mattes are great quality. Buildable, blendable, pigmented, really pretty, but it is different, and I want to let you know that. So if you're thinking, you know, you have the Sorceress Smoke palette or something like that, and you're thinking it's the same formula, it is a new formula. It is definitely different. Pan sizes are different, but very beautiful. I really love the look I created with this. I got tons of compliments on it. I love green. It's my favorite color. I love Unearthly. They are an awesome brand, and I'm so happy that I didn't skip buying this release when it was a mystery palette, but it is available on the site and I will link it down below. I picked up a holiday set from Sephora. I bought the Kosas Blush is Life Trio. It has 2 new exclusive blush shades. That really made me excited. It says that Euphoria is a cool pinky mauve. That's one of their best selling shades. And the 2 new shades are Dare and Spellbound. Dare being a warm peachy rose, Spellbound being a cool soft burgundy. And I'm wearing Dare on my face today. I am excited about this. When they saw like this set was on the Sephora app, when I saw it was on the Sephora app, I decided to purchase and I don't regret it. I think these are so cute. Like the packaging is so cute. They're mini and it's like they're powder packaging, but just little mini and purple with the blush. I love a mini blush, okay? I love a mini blush. Blush is not something that I easily go through, so having a mini is perfect for me, especially a mini that's actually still big enough to get my brush in the pan. You know, like I really like these. I think these are so cute. And $33, like that makes them $11 a mini. I think that's a good value. I really do. I think these are so cute. These from Kosas are like a glowy blush. They have a sheen to them. They're very pretty. You could definitely skip highlighter if you want something like subtle but glowy and just go with this glowy blush and it will be super beautiful. It says that they are silky smooth powder blushes. They're baked with squalane and hyaluronic acid. Really pretty. I don't know about skincare ingredients in a powder blush, what that's going to do for me, but all I know is when I put this on my face, it looks beautiful and I'm so here for it. I bought both of the new Natasha Denona palettes. I bought the soft and the dramatic and I have a full video on these. Definitely check it out if you want to see me do 2 looks. A look with each of these palettes. You want to see swatches, you want to hear my thoughts, everything, because yes, there are 2 palettes. We have a soft palette from Natasha Denona. These are based on her concealer system. They're based on skin tones and undertones, and Natasha Denona wanted to have a palette that had rosy undertones, yellow undertones, like peach undertones, warm, cool, neutral. So we have this soft palette and we also have the dramatic palette. The dramatic palette is obviously deeper and it was made with deeper skin tones in mind. I really like both of these palettes. I do love the darker tones in the dramatic palette more. It's definitely more up my alley, but I love that we have both, and both palettes do have beautiful textures and finishes. We have that kind of what she's calling, I believe, the cream matte now, the new matte formulas, and then we do have like beautiful shimmers and some metallics and satins in both palettes. I really enjoy that. Now, in this palette, we do have those creamy matte shades, which I do feel, even now after I played with the palette more, I do feel like these are different than her cream to powder formulas. They're just a little bit thinner, and they're, how can I explain it well? The cream to powder is one of my favorite formulas from Natasha Denona, and it was a little bit of a thicker formula, whereas the new is a little more thin. So you can layer these, you can layer both, but I do feel like the newer formula is just a little more sheer, so I go in with a little more product. For me, that's fine. I use a little bit more, but I think for people who didn't love the cream to powder because you thought maybe it was a little too much, this could be better for you. I created a look using both the palettes because I wanted to just sit and mix and play, and I really enjoyed the look I came up with. These are neutral palettes, so if you were looking for color, this is obviously not for you. This, in my video, I did do some comparisons with the Biba palette and with I Need a Warm and with other neutral palettes and with some minis from Natasha Denona. So I do think these are beautiful. I'm still enjoying these, and like I said in my video, I'm going to keep using these, happy with my purchase, but I did want to follow up now that I've been able to use the palette some more, kind of get my thoughts together even more on these formulas, think about the comparisons, think about the differences. I'm really enjoying these, but I am a huge Natasha Denona fan. I bought the new Glow Recipe Prickly Pear Peptide Mucin. I told you I was going to buy this. I've been using this now. I bought it on the day it launched, so I think every day for 2 weeks, something like that. This is a bouncy, smooth, and supple serum. 81% prickly pear with 3% bioactive peptide. So this is supposed to be like snail mucin, but without the snails. It comes from prickly pear cactus, okay? This is really great. My skin's really been liking this. I was curious to see, is this going to irritate my skin? Is my skin going to love it? And my skin's really been loving it. It says that it is good for hydration, skin barrier strength. I'm here for that. I really like this. It does give me that kind of bouncy, smooth suppleness, a little bit of extra hydration. I've been using this at night. Sometimes I will do it before my tretinoin. Sometimes I will just use it in the morning. It lays well under makeup. It lays well under really everything. It plays well with everything I have. I enjoy it so much. I feel like it's doing all of that for my skin. I really like Glow Recipe products. Fleur is one of my favorite fragrance brands, and when they dropped Miss Smith Hair and Body fragrance, it was a no-brainer. I was buying it. I love fruit scents that smell fresh, like I'm outside. And this is apple, but like Granny Smith apple with that little bit of almost like sourness, not just the sweet, but you have a little bit of pear in there to give it that sweet. It's just really fresh and beautiful. I've really been enjoying this one. I love, let's see, top notes Granny Smith, pear, watermelon. Heart is apple, violet, pink lady apple, and then at the base we have pink praline and musk nectar. It's beautiful. Body mist are not going to last as long as me as like a fragrance. This, I don't mind. I spray it. It feels like it lasts all day. I spray on more. It smells great. It's intense, fresh, light. I know I'm saying intense and light. Like when I first put it and I first smell it, it is intense, but it just smells very fresh and then feels light. And so I can still smell it. That's what I mean by intensity, but it's light and then it's just not a heavy note. That apple, that pear, like it's just fresh and outside and fruit, and I'm into it. I love Fleur for this reason. They really do what sounds like it might be something kind of like a basic scent like apple, but they elevate it. I enjoy that. I had fun doing these reviews. I think we hit 30 products. 30 products demoed, reviewed. Listen, I enjoyed it. Subscribe if you like this video because I love doing these reviews where I not only test products for a few times or do a video, but I follow up. Let me know if you enjoy it too, and I'm going to pop up some more videos here for you because I would love it if you would stick around, talk makeup with me down in the comments.